Hi, Support Fibro friends. It's Melissa here, and I wanted to just jump on, do a week check-in, see how things are going. But I have big questions that have been on my mind. I just came back from the garden and I was doing some vegetable garden. So I was just thinking about a lot that's going on in the fibromyalgia community. Wanted to jump on here and just do a live broadcast and like check in. So let me know where you're tuning in from. But I have a question. So what kind of educational content with fibromyalgia, lifestyle content, resources are you looking for? We continue to update and have interviews and educational information to offer you as a nonprofit organization, but we want to continue to beef up our resources and beef up our educational content. So what intrigues you? What resources are you missing? What questions do you have? And what more would you like to learn about? Sometimes I feel like the fibromyalgia information gets repetitive. So that's why I'm kind of really polling all of you. And please leave a comment, even if you're watching, you're not watching live and you watch this broadcast later. Feel free to like leave comments and say like questions that you have, or I would like to see more educational content on this particular topic. I would love to hear it because like I said, I don't want to be repetitive on all the information that's already out there. So just stuff that's helpful for you living a life with fibromyalgia. I know we have some researchers coming up. We just did a recorded video with a researcher in New Zealand. So I'm excited to present that information. We're going to have a lot of researching shares. So there are researchers doing fibromyalgia research, and they've reached out to the organization to see if we can share those studies. But what we're trying to do is make it more tangible for the patient community as well, and hopefully bring them in to discuss the research with you. I know they can't give that much information, but I want everyone out there to know the importance of research when it comes to fibromyalgia and connect the dots. Because sometimes when in the past, I've just noticed that I've really been disconnected to the research and the researcher and the research being done. And especially when it comes to certain activities where people were asking to fundraise for research. And I was like, well, where did that go? Like, what happened to that? So that is part of this connection of this new fibromyalgia research and action, because I think it's important to break down the science, get the researchers connected to the community so we can rally as well and let them know what kind of things we're looking for too. So again, what kind of fibromyalgia education material are you looking for? What resources are you looking for? And then we're going to bring in some of that research to really connect the dots and make it accessible to everyone. And some of these researchers, besides filling out some of the surveys or being involved with the clinical studies or research itself, they are looking for funding. And it was interesting definitely talking to this guest because they're doing crowdfunding to raise the amount that they need to do very interesting studies on the microbiome, which I geeked out on for this interview. So can't wait to get that up. We'll have that shortly for you. But it just tuned me into the fact that maybe we're missing other researchers that we just don't even know about who are struggling to get funding, because not everything has to go through the NIH and those things, but it's really difficult to get the funding you need. It's costly to do such a complex and huge study as well, and the things that we need, right? So I know we talk about Dr. Jared Younger's work and his team's work as well. So big, huge deal of what they're looking at within the fibromyalgia, the brain system, and all of the past work that he has also done. So how can we really rally around these researchers that really believe in fibromyalgia, helping us in the community, and looking forward to that and supporting them in what they need, not only with getting into the clinical research studies or being a part of the research or filling out the surveys, but a lot of it is intense now with some of the funding. So we'd like to present that to you as well, because I know there are some people out there that are interested in fundraising for research. So we would like to then connect you to real actual research that you may be interested in, that you could then help support in those ways, or at least just share off of social media. So I think that's an important piece, and that's like next in the game. So I look forward to that. We're continuing with advocacy. Patient education is huge. just trying to think of other ideas. And one thing that's also come up, and if anyone's interested, let me know, because I'm kind of toying where to put this in social media. Since I'm a health coach and I do group coaching for a different organization and stuff like that, everybody asked me about food swaps. So I was like thinking, is that something of interest to all of you at all, or food swaps or stuff like you shopping? I watch some of the grocery hauls where they turn the labels around like a Flav City and stuff. I really got into that last year because I was trying to figure out, I was getting really snacky, like I needed something to snack on, but what could remain gluten-free and still healthy ingredients. So I kind of started watching all of those haul videos when it came to that, to just figure out products. So I started tasting a lot of things, and they never documented it last year because I didn't think it might be appropriate for this channel, because I didn't want to think like I was hawking products, because I'm not endorsed by any of the products. But I'm trying to figure out where that goes in the social media space. I know I have a separate Instagram account for the coaching, so I was thinking of putting it there, but it still leaves Facebook here. And if anyone's interested in that. So for example, like these sort of siete grain-free cookies, I really like. So maybe I was thinking of doing a cookie video where if you are not going to make cookies from scratch, because sometimes we're busy or just we're not the greatest bakers, or starting from scratch, just having enough energy, but you want something like that sweet, like what products would then be something if you're going to buy it. And then also just reading ingredients. That's one thing that I was thinking of doing for this channel, was just going through reading labels and just education on that. So does nutrition interest you? Would you like more information on sleep or other modalities? I know I'm really interested in bringing in more information on LDN or those types of topics. So if anything like that, like just really you need more information, please just leave it in the comments and let us know. And we'd be happy to start bringing in more guests that way. But I am stoked that we get some more researchers, and I'm reaching out to them if they're a healthcare provider out there, or if your own healthcare provider would like to share something with the community as well, please have them reach out. I love using this approach of video. I'm trying to get better at just jumping on naturally. Like I said, my hair's a mess. I was out in the garden. But just having these presentations for you to continuously keep in touch as we go and continue whatever is happening in the world today. But it's been nice to communicate this way through video and all the channels. So any questions like that, please leave comments of what you're looking to see. This is for you. Like the organization is all about you and community. So that's why our newest tagline is community takes over. It's very important. Hi, Donna. I see. I'd like to know some more about food. Definitely, if you can be more specific. I know I have a presentation that I'm going to be recording on the Walls protocol, like introduction to it. I'm going to be doing the Bredesen protocol. Happy to go over food labels, like reading that, maybe some like cookie haul or cracker haul, if anyone's a snacker out there and needs that information too. That would be great to kind of know and break it down and have some fun with. We'll definitely get back to all of that stuff too. There is another video topic as well, which I had to ask our community. It's come up a lot on YouTube. This question was just talking about vaccines and more the COVID related to fibromyalgia. I've been hesitant to talk about it at all because of restrictions on social media platforms, and then sometimes it brings out a lot of negativity. So I was thinking about avoiding anything on Facebook and going towards YouTube, because our YouTube video from COVID and fibromyalgia had a lot of engagement and a lot of questions, and then especially a lot of questions on vaccines. So I think I may just stick to YouTube when it comes to that. So all of our YouTube viewers out there, I may just do an updated video on some of the vaccines and break down and actually highlight the MECFS article, which I'll just drop in the comments here and add to the description, from Health Rising. So they did a poll which kind of went through their readership on if there was a better way to do the vaccines, gave some information, but also gave updates on the poll of how people did in our community. So fibromyalgia and then MECFS, which vaccine they took. I didn't see J&J in there, but they did talk about AstraZeneca. So it's always hard with social media because they're restricting content. You can't talk necessarily openly about things without it being flagged. But I did want to post in the comments that Health Rising article just in case people need more information. I'm huge on education, right? It's not about shaming. It's not about arguing with people. It's education to bring you to where you feel the most comfortable and educating you on the information so you can make an informed decision about your own healthcare. So that article was interesting. I still have a lot of questions, but I think I'm probably going to create something separately on YouTube to kind of give an update to that video since it got a lot of engagement and had a lot of questions for our viewers out there. And then also go into maybe my experience with the vaccine, and everybody has their experience. So I would love to be able to share that information in an engaging, encouraging way where we're actually educating each other on experience, not attacking. So that's one thing I was thinking about, but I don't know if there's any interest. Let me know, definitely. And I see Donna, okay, Donna, on ice cream. In fact, it's almost perfect timing. So I don't know, like, where should I put these videos? Because I definitely don't want to make the nonprofit seem like it's hawking promotional items or company items. But I do think it's kind of cool that there are products out there that are still gluten-free, on the healthier side, lower sugar, dairy-free, that kind of meet the standards of comparison. And we can do taste testings. But Donna, I just did an ice cream haul for this very reason, because Whole Foods just had a discount on all the healthy ice creams, or just all the ice creams, right? I think they're like 50% off. So you're getting like pints of ice cream for like $2 of like the healthiest versions of it, which are normally super expensive. So I just bought some, and some were out of stock, so I couldn't get it really fast. But Donna, I'll definitely share an ice cream haul video with you. My tastes are a little bit different than others' tastes, but it's definitely good. I mean, I'm all about trying to I have a sweet tooth, so I'm trying to figure out, okay, I stick to gluten-free, dairy-free, like all these things. Is it possible to find stuff? I think sometimes I've noticed some of the vanillas, but I can get into that, even like chips and snacking, and just how to read it if there's an interest. I wasn't sure if I should keep that on my health coaching channel or kind of blend it in, but maybe we can do some grocery hauls. And if people still need that information, there are good resources out there. So please check out like Flav City. Does amazing stuff, does all the grocery hauls, goes through the food labels as well, for all of the stores, Costco, Aldi's, forget what else he goes to. So some of the Walmarts too, so you can shop along. They have cooking demos and stuff, and he keeps it pretty healthy along what we need, more of a paleo version of protocols. So if that's any interest there, of course, reach out. Happy to go along, because this is daily life for me. I love reading the packages. That's the most important thing. If you're going to buy food or shelf-stable food, always turn around the package. Don't fall for marketing on the front, but read the label and understanding what those ingredients mean to us. And you're always looking kind of for the anti-inflammatory ingredients, so stuff that doesn't cause inflammation as much as possible. So I'd be happy to go. I could talk about nutrition all the time, but if there's other stuff that you want to get into with sleep, I would love to even get in deep into maybe some of the supplement frustrations, but I think I may have to do that on the health coaching side of it separately. But if that's something you want, maybe we bring in a provider to talk more about that. But I am all about trying new things. I biohack all the time when it comes to improving my sleep and different techniques. So maybe we can get into sleep hygiene and go through there. So let me know what interests you, gut health. I'm happy to talk about that as well. Reach out, leave your comments, let us know what you're looking for, and I will check in with all of you very soon. Hopefully we'll get this research interview up. We had a glitch in the beginning. I lost power and it knocked me out. So we're putting the two videos together, but it should be out shortly. But please, definitely, when we share research, surveys, or studies, please help support the researchers by filling them out. It's important when we're directly being contacted too. I can tell that they need to get this information. They need diversity as well. in the surveys. So if anyone has any questions or if anyone wants to get more involved with research, please let me know as well and be happy to direct that to you. And same with advocacy. We have new things coming up with advocacy. We're working hard. So check in, let us know what you're looking for, your needs, any resources you're looking for, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.